Caribbean Chronicles by Liesl. Goodbye Martinique. If there's a perfect way to say goodbye to a place you've been visiting, then it's by going out dancing on your last night. So of course on my last night in Martinique, I was getting ready, get up to go have a blast at the sunset. It was at this point my Airbnb host was like, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to the sunset." And she said, "By yourself?" I said, "Yes." And she said something that got me thinking. She was like, "No one's gonna talk to you." And then I thought, if the music's good, if the drinks are good, I'm definitely gonna have a party. I don't need no one to have a party. It's my party. If someone wants to join my party, they're welcome. And that's when I realized that somehow over the years, we kind of become reliant on other people to be our source of happiness. So if there's something I want to give to you today on this episode, find a way to be your own source of happiness. And that way you can be a source of happiness to people around you. And true to myself, I got up, got ready, and thankfully my Airbnb host dropped me there. I got into the sunset, it was super early. There was a group on one side having dinner, there was a lady by herself, and then the seater asked me, "Are you by yourself?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "Okay, where do you want to sit?" So ladies, here's my tip for you. I mean, I don't know about you, but I love to dance. I like to stay somewhere where I can see almost everything going on, but I'm not in the middle of it, right? So I have some privacy, I have my space so I can have my fun and not have everybody going, ugh, you know? So I picked the perfect spot. I ordered my drinks, ordered some food, and you know, as usual, you want some pictures for the gram. So I asked the waiter to take a few pictures of me, and he did, and I was like, oh, story of my life. Traveling alone, I always have to find a good photographer. So I was like, okay, whatever, we'll keep it till we find someone else. And then I noticed the lady leaving, and I said, "Sorry, could you help me take some pictures?" And she took the pictures and then said something to me like, you know, check them or something. It was then I laughed and I was like, "Was machst du hier?" Because I had recognized that she was German, and she was like, "Ah!" And then we started talking, and oh my God, we had such a blast. It was so much fun. So much so that I danced till 1 a.m. in the morning, but I had to leave because I needed to catch my flight to Barbados. And one thing I loved about that night was the fact that I had a Mai Tai a few days ago, and I really wanted to continue the Mai Tai vibe. So I said to the barkeeper, "Can I get a Mai Tai?" And he was like, "It's not really on the menu, but tell me what's in it and I'll make it for you." And he ended up making me such good drinks. The music was on point. They had some Afrobeat in the mix, and I was like, oh my God, what a way to say goodbye. So come along, let's check this out.
So good morning, we are leaving Martinique. This is the airport in Martinique. So I came in with the ferry, but I'm flying out to Barbados, and I can tell you it's already quite chaotic because the lady just kind of like switched the queues in the middle of checking in, and then suddenly didn't know where anybody else was supposed to go. But we're supposed to go up to 2, and that's where we need to go, and we'll go up to 2 and do the security stuff, and they are a little chaotic here, unfortunately. I'm just wondering what security is going to be like, but I'll show you in a bit what it will be like. Let's go. Stop staring at me. It's looking at me, not at you. Yes, so you don't need to stare at me. We will do check-in in a second, and then see what's going to happen.
Flight are lifted. This is a non-smoking flight, and the use of electronic cigarette is prohibited. In case of evacuation, leave your hand luggage behind. The cabin crew wearing the wet badge is in charge of your safety. We wish you a very pleasant flight.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demandons maintenant quelques instants d'attention afin de suivre les démonstrations de sécurité concernant les procédures de notre appareil et l'utilisation.
We're here, I'm going to the bus stop. I want to catch the bus to town. I don't know how many minutes it's going to take, but let's do this.
I do hope you've enjoyed my adventures in Martinique and you are geared up and curious about what I did in Barbados. For example, the sunset cruise. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesl81.